Hello everybody, I am Epic Dragon 7 and this is just a short little vlog video for you. Now, this morning I seen on the Twitter and on Minecraft news and everything, Minecraft was bought out by Microsoft. Microsoft purchased Mojang for $2.5 billion and I was confirmed this morning sometime, or late last night, whatever. But I confirmed it this morning when I woke up. So, and this is just and there's been a bit of outlash from some gamers, as well as a couple of YouTubers, and there's been some positive as well. So I'm just going to give you my thoughts and my opinions on it. And I've also got the a couple of articles up here on my browser, and let me just go. Now, the first possibility that I'm going to mention, and this is at this point what seems to be the most likely out of all of them, or at least the most possible, and hopefully what will happen, and that is there will be really no change in the development or really to anything with Minecraft. It'll still be updated as normal. Nothing really is gonna change. It's just, instead of Notch being the owner, it will be Microsoft, but nothing really, updates are fine. All the modding and everything still the same, and that seems by I cannot speak today. The likely possibility, and I'm on Microsoft news on Microsoft.com on a news page, and this is from Phil Spencer, the head of Xbox. It says, "We are going to maintain Minecraft and its community and all the ways people love today with a commitment to nurture and grow it long into the future." Now, I read that saying, and so it seems like at this point everything will pretty much stay the same, minus the new owners. YouTubers can still do their stuff. Everything, all the real concerns seem to be a non-issue, but nonetheless they are valid concerns at this point. The first one being the YouTube, how will that affect YouTubers? Now, I see Intralicium had posted a comment saying that their terms for YouTube videos could be a problem for YouTubers, big and small, really. Both big, such as Captain Sparkles, Think Noodles, all the big ones who do YouTube a lot with Minecraft. Sky Does Minecraft, another prime example, as well as smaller ones that, such as myself, that myself, the rest of most of the MHC community, if not all of it at this point, yeah, and people, yeah, everyone could be affected by this, and that the Microsoft rules here say you cannot monetize your video. You cannot monetize your YouTube videos if you have Microsoft content. Now, that contradicts a lot of what I've seen with mostly Red vs. Blue, which used the Halo games through Rooster Teeth, which Rooster Teeth made a lot of money off of that. That's what got them started. So those kind of contradict that, as well as, like I said, all of us YouTubers some of whose YouTube careers are pretty much entirely Minecraft based. Think Noodles, Sky Does Minecraft, not so much Captain Sparkles, but he is another big Minecrafter. The other thing another one was modding, and what would it do to the modding community, and that's another one that I'm a little bit concerned about myself, as one person pointed out to me on my Twitter feed that Minecraft currently does not allow modding and multiplayer on this game. So, well, I want to say that is not entirely true. Flight Simulator 10, actually the Microsoft Flight Simulator series from 2004, I know for sure, I think 2002 as well as FSX, allowed user-created planes and user-created content, and when I do not currently have it on my laptop, but when I did, I pretty much had, it was completely almost all, a majority of my planes and content was created, especially in the planes. I did use a lot of them, and Microsoft had no problem with that, and they really encouraged that even. Now, so I'm hoping, with, as well as, a lot of the ones that I know for a fact that they don't allow are Halo, being a good example, is the only mods, all of the game servers are hosted by the company and not user hosted, and so modding, you could not mod the game in a way that would not be unfair to others, and it would invariably be cheating. Now, in the case of like these modded servers, such as the Hexit servers, I suppose, or what's the one, YouTube or Random Obsessor is on a modded server. I don't know if it's, I don't know what the name of it is. I'm going to look it up real quickly. This will not affect the video recording, I hope. Feed the Beast, Horizons, I think, is another one. They do a lot of those are all modded servers, yes, but all of them are created entirely by the community. The servers are not run by Mojang. They are run by these server owners who, such as, Derpville, hosted by Derp Guru. That's, well, it's a vanilla server, but and really there's no, and each server has its own rules, and but there's no real mod out there that can really make you cheat. There's no way to cheat really at Minecraft. There's as it's really, it's not like Halo where there's a distinct storyline, or in the multiplayer there's no real rules other than what a user created. Such as in the case of my case, the Minecraft Hardcore Challenge is a monthly challenge where it's well, it's a vanilla challenge, but it is, the rules are created by Michael Deering, as well as, and that goes with other games, mini games, like such as the Hunger Games that are popular now, and survival games as well, such as, the Core, of which Think Noodles is one of the owners. The Core has its set of rules, and they have the way their mini games and games are run, they have their rules, so it's not a Mojang specified rules outside of the base game, and the base game itself is like, it's a portal for creativity more than a game. And that's the other thing. The third concern, which is for those people on the PlayStation consoles as well as Mac and Linux users, and what will happen to that. And I also have up on my screen that you will continue to support those on Android's, PlayStation, Macs. And I say that's a concern of mine. I don't use a Mac, and I personally don't play Minecraft on a console anymore, but it is a valid concern for those of us who do. I personally don't like Macs, but that's for a different video, if I even make one at all. That is not for this video. Also, I should point out here that this could potentially cause a lot of heat in the comments. So I ask you to keep it under control. Otherwise, I will lock the comments. I hate having to lock comments, but I will do it if I need to, if things get out of hand. So please keep it under control, and that's all I'm going to say on that. Now, so the multi-platform. I'm going to also go back to the rules as far as, like I said, the rules for stuff like YouTube videos. The list of games that they gave were all for PC and Xbox only. You know, they were not multi-platform in the way that Minecraft is. So that's positive. But one other thing that I want to mention is brought up by ThinkNoodles on his Twitter is the possibility of having to pay for the upgrades. Now, for the updated version. Now, that I hope does not happen. I have no word on that right now. I have no clue, but it would be bad. And ThinkNoodles himself said he wouldn't mind paying. I have to disagree with that in this case. And then, now in the case of, like, you know, I'm going to use Grand Theft Auto 4 with the DLC. Those were like buying a smaller game that used the same world and the same game engine and physics, but it introduced new characters, new storylines and stuff that, so it's almost like buying another game. But in the case of Minecraft, it's only a few things that are added. It's not like if the updates aren't like completely new games. They're just little bits and pieces added on or changed onto the main game. It would not work as DLC is paid, in my opinion, because you would have to pay, you know, it just wouldn't work. Now, it's again not like buying another game. And same way with like the multiplayer maps in, let's say, Halo and Call of Duty, especially in as possibly well as some other games that I don't know. But I always, you know, I understand that the developers need to get paid for what they do, but I think sometimes, you know, it goes a little bit overboard. And in the case of Grand Theft Auto 5, with the content updates, which are pretty similar to the way the Minecraft updates are, and that they're just little bits and pieces on here that they've been all free so far with Grand Theft Auto 5, and you know, it's again the same way like with Minecraft. And another thing too, when a lot of us, when pretty much everybody who bought the game so far bought the game with knowing, with the very statement that, you know, feature updates will be free, and to change that, to suddenly start charging for something that you didn't, is going to cause outbreak if it does happen. So Microsoft, if that does happen, could find itself on thin ice. And I'm thinking, if Microsoft truly screws up in ways that they can at this point, they could crash the entire, they could entirely just completely destroy Minecraft. I mean, it's not completely out of the question at this point, but I don't think it's not likely at all at this point. But like I said, you know, with what I've said before, with the statement from Microsoft head of Xbox, Phil Spencer, like I said earlier, they're going to maintain it in all the ways that people love today. To take away the free updates, to take away the modding community, and as well as YouTube, well, you pretty much destroyed a good portion of Minecraft, the other portion being educational. And if you're relying on it, you're totally relying on on the educational aspect of it for Microsoft on Minecraft. If it's just totally educational, that could destroy a good majority of the Minecraft community. But again, you know what the statement said. Microsoft will have to really screw up and basically lie. They would have to basically have lied to us on those statements. If they did mess it up and go down that route, Minecraft, those statements will be a lie, and so hopefully Microsoft doesn't lie. And like I said, really, I don't see any reason to worry right now. Like I said earlier in the beginning of this video, the likely outcome will be really nothing changes other than what pretty much continues as it has been. And yeah, and also I want to say here, I do not blame Notch. I do not have anything against Notch for selling the game. His reason, he stated, was not for money, but it had grown to something that he never expected to, and it got out of hand for him, and it was something a bit, it was too stressful for him, and I do not blame him at all. If something's too stressful for me, I will get out of it as soon as I can, you know. Like when I went to college and studied electronics and whatever, I'm not in it entirely for the money. If I absolutely hate the job, if I hated it, if I did not enjoy it at all, I wouldn't have continued with my education and, you know, with electronics. But I do enjoy it, and that's why I went down that route. And if I get to the point that I don't enjoy electronics and computers anymore, then I will go a different route and go with that education, because there's more to it. It's not just about money. Yeah, money is important to stay alive and stuff, but if people who just work all their lives at some job that they absolutely hate, which I know some people have done, it's just, you know, to me seems like a waste of my life to do that if I don't enjoy it at all. So that's just that. So I don't blame Notch, and I welcome Microsoft as the new owners of Minecraft. I hope I said that right, because I'm not going to say it again. But I'm also trusting that Microsoft doesn't mess this up. But and right now, as far as all this anger and stuff, I don't think it is deserved at this time. For the changes that may happen, there's no point in getting upset about it. There's certainly no point in blaming Notch or having, you know, Notch was just trying. He's in a stressful situation more than he can handle, and he's getting out of it. And there's nothing wrong with that. The entire, where the only place I can see the anger going to would be towards Microsoft, and that's, I wouldn't say get angry right now, and there's hopefully and likely won't be a need to, but certainly not at this point to be upset. But, and hopefully like I said, hopefully it will stay that way. It looks like at this point it will stay that way. Everything will be the same. That could change though, and I just want you to be aware that it could change, as unlikely as it may be. But so that's just that. If it does get to a point where it is a valid reason to accept, you would definitely be hearing about it from me. I will definitely make another video at that point. I really hope I don't have to. So, and I'm sure everybody in the Minecraft community hopes I don't have to as well. So, in that way, I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more Minecraft videos for as long as I can, and hopefully that will be a very long time. I really shouldn't have even said that at that point, but if you want to see more gaming videos and occasionally vlogs like this, hit the like button, subscribe for more. I will see you in the next video, which, by the way, MHC will be coming out as normal. I do not I don't see that happening unless, I mean, if MHC is gonna crash, you know, I see that one of the last things of the Minecraft community to fully go down once. I mean, I don't see it, and I don't see Minecraft crashing or changing, really, and I certainly expected everything to be all well with Minecraft, MHC. Every bit of it will be fine, I believe, but you gotta leave some room for error and possibilities that, you know, Minecraft could screw up. And again, that's a possibility, a very real possibility, but a very unlikely one at this point. So, with that, I'll see you in the next video.